welcome to Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. I am Mr. Randy. Today we're going to be talking about a rye. That's right, Mr. Randy is going to be talking about a rye. This is the Jack Daniel's single barrel rye. It does come in at 47% alcohol by volume. Don't give you a whole lot to go by on the back. This is, oh wait, I forgot, right on the neck. This is your barrel number. I kind of like this. This is the bottling date. This is a rye. This is your barrel house. And then you get your master distiller. Right here you got specially selected by Lexi A. Phillips, assistant distiller for 2021. And it looks like a barrel on the bottom. Now, I don't see this lasting beyond the bottle. Unfortunately, I'm not very nostalgic anymore. I don't keep, collect, or hoard things. I like to live minimalist style. I like no clutter. I like ease. I like things quick and easy. But let's get into the story. The show must go on. So this is a single barrel rye. And it does come in at, we did say it was 47%. My notes are in disarray. 47%. Mr. Randy paid $23, just under 20, I think it was 22 and change, for this $3.75. I could not find a listing for the full standard 750 milliliter bottle. Kind of weird. If I find out any information about it, I'll probably try to annotate it. But we're moving on. So let's get on a pour, shall we? Now, if you notice this cork is kind of nice. I kind of like that. It's tapered. And it's got a big handle which tapers down to the bottle. As you can see, it makes it very, very easy to grab that thing, pop it off. Yeah. Let's get a pour on, shall we? Now, understand this is Mr. Randy's second Jack Daniel's. Now, the old number 7, if you've been through my videos before, if you're new here, welcome. I'm sorry I didn't open up with that. And if you're a subscriber and a regular viewer, welcome back. You already know, but for those that don't, Mr. Randy's father was a JD man. He was a Jack Daniels man. Unfortunately, he was a mixer. He mixed his Jack with Coke. He was a Jack and Coke guy. I've never seen the man drink a whiskey neat. Now, I plenty of times in my youth, I've shot whiskey like an idiot. Would shoot bourbon and burn his face off and absolutely burn himself off of whiskey entirely. I did try rum for a while. I did enjoy rum for quite a bit. A few Irish here and there, with the standard being Jameson, which, you know, it is what it is. We're moving on. So, this being Mr. Randy's second Jack Daniel, it is relatively dark, so we're going to pull out Mr. Randy's handy-dandy whiskey color scale, and off camera, I'm going to get a coloring. This is probably going to come in relatively, what do you think? I think that matches up. The Auburn Tawny, we're going to go ahead and let it have it. We're not going to fight it too much on that. Okay, this is very different than the other ryes. Very different. Very, very different than the other ryes Mr. Randy has tried. If you haven't seen those videos, go ahead and look for them. The only one I don't have right now is the Still Austin rye. But that definitely left a memory on Mr. Randy. I might want to revisit it again. But off the nose, you're getting this sweet grassy note. It's like grassy, I don't want to say, like grainy. It's rough and easy at the same time. It's very nice. Let's get it on the palate. Immediately you get this drying note. This drying effect. But that quickly subsides in like 2 seconds. It's gone. Now you get this sweet juiciness. It's like a vegetal. It's like a grassy / vegetal. It's nice. It's really nice. This is actually, it's not as easy drinking as the Bullet. but there's more special. That's the only way I think I can explain it, is that there's more special in this bottle. And it's probably because of the JD brand. It's got a wonderful nose. That nose really gets you. It makes you think there's something else in there. Then the palate tells you, yeah, there's something else in there. Let us know in the comments. Have you tried this? Now, my buddy Mad Mick tried the 130-something proof single barrel rye. Mr. Randy is not so courageous to go that far. But this is very nice. This is something I sip on. And when I say sip, I mean sip. This is definitely one of those ryes that you sip and you do not drink. I did actually try mixing it with some Dr. Pepper, and it was actually pretty good, but I felt like blasphemy. I felt like it was blasphemy to mix something like this with such deep complexity of characteristics with something like a soda. It's not a gin. It's not something that's like on that level, like, oh yeah, just mix it with some soda. No, this is something that it needs to be sipped neat to appreciate these subtle characteristics that get lost in the sodas. I'm starting to sound like Ralphie. Starting to sound like Ralphie. I'm starting to get more comfortable with the knowing, the knowledge, all that wisdom that comes into the experiences. I am sounding like Ralphie. But let's get a finish on this and wrap it up. It is a Tennessee whiskey, but I did do the Kentucky Chew. Mr. Randy does the Kentucky Chew for the finisher. I feel that is the most effective way and efficient to bring out the subtletiness and characteristics for that finish. It doesn't hit the tip. It goes over the top and towards the back. So it gets that top and back of the tongue. There's a little bit on the roof. So again, the finish still has that drying effect, but not so much as the palate. There is a spice and the grassy and the vegetal notes. But here's something that I did not expect. Mint. Yes, mint. M-I-N-T. Mint. My stepmother had planted mint around the doors, the front and back door of our house when I was a kid. It always smelled wonderful. Going out in the mornings, you didn't smell it so much, but in the afternoons when I came home from school, and it got hotter and it heated up, you could smell it. It was such a wonderful delight coming home, and you come up those steps and you just, so minty. There is mint in that finish. It's not on the nose, it's not in the palate, but it's on the finish. There is a mint character on the finish. Now, is that a normal characteristic of rye? Mr. Randy's only tried 4 ryes, remember that. So if that's the kind of thing that he can expect from some other ryes, let us know in the comments. Name those ryes so I can go for those and try those out. So let's move on. My score is going to be, it is a Jack Daniel's. It is a known brand. It is established. I don't have a price on the $7.50, but going by typical type of things, it's $23 for this bottle. It's probably going to be $50-ish for a $7.50. At 47% alcohol by volume, it is a rye. I'd say I'd give this a, I'm going to give it a weak 4 out of 5. I'm not going to be stingy. I'm going to be a little, a little nice, gratuitous, if you will. I'm going to give it a weak 4 out of 5. I was going to give it a strong, 3 out of 5. But nah, I'm going to give it a weak 4 out of 5. I'm going to push it above that line of the 4s. I like this. I do. I like this. This is not something that I would drink on the regular, but I would have no qualms reaching for this bottle. If somebody came over and was like, hey, pour me something special, I'm like, hey, try this. This is like one of, I don't know, less than a handful of bottles that I could say that. Like, yeah, try this. Now, this is also a caveat to that, is that I do believe that this whiskey is something you really need to get to know. Maybe your first pour would turn you off. Now, I don't remember everything I said on my video of Off the Rip, but I do know that I still liked it. I thought it was a little rough, a little hard to like maybe, but it was good. There was nice things about this, and there still is. So join me back here when we get to the final pour down here, and we'll let you know how well that fares out. Now, of course, that's going to be a different kind of thing from a 375 to a 750, because a 750 is going to have a lot more open bottle with a lot more air, a lot more room for it to open up and to speed up the decay process and the oxidization of the whiskey. But it is what it is. As always, wait, stop. We're not finished. I'm so sorry. My fair price for this, like I usually like to go off of the standard 750 milliliters. I'm going to say this is probably about a $50 bottle of 750. I think I would feel better paying a little under 50, but we'll leave that alone. Would I buy this again? Probably. I'd probably buy this again. I mean, I'm still on that soul journey of the whiskey to find out what I like. Every bottle I buy, I like to buy something new. I might buy another Jack Daniels because of this one. I would definitely feel more open to buying another Jack Daniels because of this bottle. I definitely won't go for that 130. Okay, Mickey, so don't even try and push me on it. You got to keep it around 100. Okay, if it's not around 100, it gets over that, like the 116.8. You know who you are. That 116.8, you know who you are. It's good, but it's a little too much for Mr. Randy, so he kind of has to like take it in extreme moderation. It's like a sip or two, and that's it. Not saying I'm a weakling. Not saying I'm lightweight, because I'm not. But it is what it is. I would definitely buy this again. Well, as always, thanks for stopping by at Mr. Randy's Wine and Spirits. This is the longest video I think I've ever made. You have a good one.